Star of Little People, Big World Amy Roloff shared how she made her first love confession to her husband, Marek. When Amy and Chris played the not-so-newly married game in an interview with Us Weekly that was published on Thursday, Amy remembered that she may have written it in a card or something similar. It's safer to express your affection in that way rather than by words. Amy maintained that she made the event memorable, even if she couldn't remember precisely when she told Chris she loved him. Then, Chris acknowledged that she had said it first in a card, joking that writing it down would make it simpler for her to predict his response when he received the message. He mentioned his wife, Amy, and continued, "But Amy's really good about giving cards. To be exact, no matter what the occasion, I almost always receive 3 cards. She also always writes something quite meaningful and well-considered in there." Amy went on to say that she wanted to make sure she gave Chris a unique expression of her feelings. The reality actress, who was married to Matt Roloff from 1987 to 2016, said that at first, after dating for some time, someone had to say something because she knew that Chris had never been married or had children or anything similar. It's never going to be a flawless moment, and I love that. All you need to do is select the ideal time. 5 years of dating preceded the couple's August 2021 wedding. The location of their wedding ceremony was Roloff Farms, where Sarah and Matt raised their son Jacob, daughter Molly, son Zach, and son Jeremy. Matt went on with his fiancée, Karen Chandler, after their divorce, while Amy found love with Chris. While they reflected on the unique proposal from the family's TLC show, the couple announced their engagement in April 2023. According to the Roloff patriarch, "I proposed to Karen and she accepted." Karen also mentioned in a joint confessional, "You told me that you've thought about this a lot and that I want to spend my golden years with you. I started crying when he said that." Karen said that she was taken aback when Matt proposed, even though they had been dating and living together since 2017. "After that, we paused. I was so happy that I started crying while we sat there talking for a short while. He said, 'Don't you want to go in the light and look at it?' And I was like, 'No, I just want to take a minute to sit here and feel this moment because it felt right.' She said it felt right. It seemed as if it had always been intended." Zach and Tori Roloff, 2 famous faces from Little People Big World, recently opened out on what it's like to be a dwarf baby and how society perceives dwarfism in general. The husband and wife team didn't hold back when they had much to say about the situation. Longtime fans of Little People Big World are aware that Zach and Tori Roloff's 3 children are all dwarfs. In scenes from season 25, TLC revealed that Jackson Roloff is approaching the age when he is beginning to distinguish himself from other kids his own age. Even Zach Roloff recently discussed how challenging it was to film sequences from Little People Big World in public. People naturally find an excuse to gaze at small people. Zach noted that it was like being in a fish tank, though, because TLC cameras were capturing everything around them. Because Zach and Tori Roloff have an increased chance of developing achondroplasia with all of the associated difficulties and trappings. Some fans of Little People Big World have denigrated them for choosing to have additional children. Nevertheless, Tori and Zach Roloff recently spoke candidly about how society views little people and their families, and they hardly held back. According to Zach and Tori Roloff, they were aware from the start that they may become parents to little children. Fans of Little People Big World have seen that this didn't stop them from growing their family to 5 members. Recently, Zach and Tori Roloff brought attention to some of the harmful ways that society as a whole treats small people. The husband and couple from Little People Big World didn't hold back either. They had a lot to say about it. According to Zach Roloff, there was a 50% possibility that each of their 3 children would have been little or average in size. Interestingly, all 3 of their children are dwarfs. To further reinforce Tori's initial feeling, Zach Roloff continued, saying, "You're telling me that because of the social mockery they would face, I shouldn't have brought in children who are dwarfs. Social reform is necessary to address the issue." This is something that Zach and Tori are obviously not bending on, and many fans do commend them for being steadfast in this situation, regardless of whether they agree with their opinions. When Jackson, Lila, and Josiah get older, their family is there to support them no matter what happens, and viewers like them for that reason. Zach and Tori Roloff, who were formerly cast members of Little People, Big World, have a middle child named Lila. Fans of the TLC alumni are devastated for Jackson, their little sister, and feel terrible for him because to his limb issues. Jackson is a son, of course. Josiah, the youngest child, is another concern. According to what Tori has previously stated, children who are little in stature gradually come to terms with their uniqueness from youngsters who are typical in height. Despite having different bodies, the unfortunate truth is that these differences are caused by bone issues, which means they frequently require surgery. When Jackson played soccer with youngsters of ordinary stature, he came to this realization. Lila Roloff plays soccer as well, and she may eventually come to the realization that she is not like other kids her size. However, Little People, Big World followers worry that she will have several surgeries. The idea of Little People, Big World was to dispel stereotypes about people who are dwarf. That did occur, in a sense, but it also brought to the attention of TLC viewers the terrible struggles that children with dwarfism endure. This week, Tori Roloff shared a picture of the 3 children on a day at lake onto Instagram stories. The kids looked adorable, which is why the shot generated a lot of comments. Nevertheless, Lila's legs were beginning to bow like her older brothers, and TLC viewers couldn't help but notice. The picture of Lila Roloff and her brothers was well liked by the majority of social media users. These are their opinions. Lila is maturing, and her hair is really lovely. Gorgeous infants. Unfortunately, a TLC fan was so heartbroken by her legs, now obvious bending, that they had to post. Poor Lila has Jackson's bowed legs, along with the regrettable addition that more surgeries are planned. Fans of Little People, Big World are now aware that Jackson has had 2 operations. Little People, Big World showed the first one. Furthermore, the second operation wasn't. He didn't want it to be videotaped. According to Tori Roloff, the family's decision to forego further filming was largely influenced by it. What do you think about Lila Roloff? Do you think that she has the same bending in her legs that Jackson does? Do you believe she will have to undergo several excruciating surgeries in the future years?